Okay, we're back. We left off putting the front end on, right, Jim?
Yep, so just finish that up.
Front end, just finished that up, but we had issues with the front wheel. The hub was too big, which is an odd thing because we're running dual disc, so it's a little bit more difficult. You got to line both ends up so the calipers are centered on the rotors. That didn't happen because the hub was too long, too wide. So we took it to a machinist and we machined 1/8 of an inch off of each side, which you can see here. So we're going to be putting that wheel back on today. We're going to make a set of handlebars. I didn't like those pullback handlebars. It just didn't seem to do it. I made one side here already, but we're going to go through the whole process. We're going to do the other side and show you exactly how we came to that point and exactly what we're doing with that. Let's go. So what this machine does is you can either cut these with a saw on a miter and have a sharp point to put them together, or you could cope it out with this machine here, which is a pretty cool machine. We're going to cope it out and then we'll butt it in, which we'll go out to the table and I'll show you. We'll tack that together and go through those steps too. So right now, this is set on the angle so that after that's notched, it cups the riser so there's not a big space all the way around. Am I right, Jim?
You are right.
Damn right, I'm right. So what this is doing is it's cutting the steel away, but it's notching it instead of cutting it with a saw. Haven't used this thing in years. We had this at the shop forever. We used to use it at the shop in Newburgh, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're good here, Jim. We'll
I think so.
give it a shot, right?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, so what I did was I set up like a little jig so both of these come out the same. It's got to stick out right past there so it's identical to the one that's out there. So when you lay this out, the two of them will be identical. That's what we want. Now this, if you look at the way that that's coped in there, so that'll cope, that'll sit right inside that 1-inch tubing. Does that look good?
It does.
It does, right?
Yep, I think you got to go hair out more to me. Perfect.
Good?
Yeah, I say that's
So you're going to hold this.
Got it.
You got it?
Yep.
We're going to get a little tack on there. We'll flip it over, get one more tack on there.
When was the last time you did stick?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But that you know, I did it so much that it comes back easy. And I've been, you know what? I think that for these tacks and everything, I do better with a stick.
Oh, yeah?
I do, yeah. That's not going anywhere, Jim. Let's go bolt this on, see how it matches the other one. That should be going far enough, shouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got to mess with these to get them right and figure out how.
Right.
I usually like about 30 inches here. That's pretty close, 28. We're going to take these off and put them on a table. Do the bolt them so that we can off the table know exactly how far so they're even. You know what I mean? That side's way out that way. You could do it, you know what I'm saying, if you want to do it by eye, but.
And then would you weld the cross beam while that's on the table?
I got to make this piece yet.
But would you weld it over on the table or once you put it back on here?
I can do either or. I can do it there.
Do it on the table, that way you know it's lined up.
Yeah. If I'm sitting right about here, he's pretty comfortable, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, your arms are in a good bend.
You know what I mean? So what we'll do, Jim, is we need a center punch and a little square. This is going to be the piece that's going to hold them together.
Taking the place of the tree.
Yes, so they don't open and close once we get them right, okay? So they're 3.5 inches on the center. You can cut this right here.
Okay.
And then we got to drill a 1/2 inch hole in there.
Good, or you want more?
No, it's good.
And what kind of hole are we putting in this?
What do you need? A 5/16 or something for the bolt?
For the bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that big.
All right, so let me get you a bit. Or You good there?
No, I get it.
I can flip it over if you want.
No, I'm good. It's just the way the light comes down. There we go. What are you going to round the ends off?
Yeah. So this is supposed to be like this, you know?
Right.
Right? I don't know if we can do this way or not. See, what we really need to do is we need to put this up where it's got to go,
Right.
you know? And then bolt it to the table. So we should really take a piece of, even another piece of this, cut it the same size, do the same thing, but only use a 1/2 inch.
So you can run bolts up underneath.
Yeah, so you go 3 inches. So cut another piece of that while I piss. You got it, brother?
Got it.
Where's the other one?
There you go. Close.
Yeah, it's usually, yeah. This has to sit flat.
What, put it in the vise to do it?
No, because I have to measure off the table. In actuality, if these come up, will these come up? If you can get a clamp on here.
Right there.
This could be up. This doesn't,
Well, that's going to keep you square.
okay.
If you have it like that, I would imagine now you're square.
Yeah, we are. I believe so.
I think so.
So what has to be done now is, like, these move, right?
Probably not.
Okay, so here's what has to happen now, Jim. This here, don't know if I'm doing the right thing or not.
So as long as you're 10 and 10, you should be right, or whatever your measurements are. I would say so, yeah. And then line it up with the hack mark on here, and we should be good. There you go. Stay here.
You need to bring this line out first.
Yeah, so that way we have more room to play with.
So, let's see. So this got to go out more this way.
What do you want, the end of the bar to hit it?
Yeah.
Well, are these bars identical lengths?
No.
So that's not going to work.
15. Because we were going to cut them again, right? It's 14 3/4. I haven't done this in a while. But anyhow, what we had to do is we had to square this off the table, make a template on the bottom here where it would bolt. Because when you transfer this to that, it's 3.5 inches on the center, but it has to line up. And in order to keep these guys together, there's a couple different ways to do it. But what I did was I drilled the plate out, the same diameter as this. I got all the distances equal. Now I'm going to tack this to this, which should keep it where we want it because we measured all our widths and everything. And then let's bring it over to the bike.
Should bolt right on and be where you want it.
Bolt right on and go home. All right, now comes the test.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Good job. Hold on.
Are you shitting me? All right, let's compose ourselves. Okay.
You good?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Are they snug fairly good?
Yeah. I'll give you a little more snug over here, but yeah, they're not going anywhere. Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking perfect, man.
It is. It looks good. I like
might
it.
round these off a little more, but they're not. It's not horrible because we put the speedo on there.
Right.
Then we're going to put a round cap on here, which is a nice, smooth oval to close that top off. And then by the time you put the grips on and everything, I don't know. I kind of like it. Hold that square there, Jimmy boy. I like it.
Yeah.
Much nicer.
Oh, I definitely like it better than the black.
A little bit more work, but yeah, I like it. Anyhow, not the most productive day. Them bars are a lot more than I thought they were going to be. They got to be pieced together. They're not bent. When you bend them, at least, once you make the bend, there's no welding, and that's it. But I kind of like this look. Most people have bars that are similar to that, but they're bent. I have a set of these bars. I did one more set, but I mitered them for Jones' bike, which looks good too.
Yeah.
It looks good too. But I think that's about it, right, Jim?
Yeah.
We said we were going to work all the way through this bike, so we got to finish the seat, the oil tank,
Battery box.
the exhaust, the battery box, and the front wheel.
Right. That'll be the next video.
So this is the Paul Senior. I don't know, what do you call these things?
It's a steel water bottle.
Steel water bottle. But
Keeps
that's
hot.
pretty nice.
Yeah, it keeps cold and hot. Yeah, they're real nice.
Can you put coffee in here?
You can.
No shit.
Yeah, it's if you open it up, the inside's steel. So yeah, you can put whatever you want.
So we're going to be selling these, right, Jim?
We're selling them right now. They can go to
selling them right now.
Yep, they can go to Paul
How did I
Senior
know about
Unchained.
this, huh? Great salesman I am, didn't I? We're going to continue. We're going to take this bike right to the end, break it down, and then when we come back after paint, powder coat, and all that stuff, we're going to bring our boy in, Sean, and Sean's going to put the bike together with us. But he's not going to really, other than looking at the videos that we're doing, he's not going to know much else, paint and stuff like that. But I honestly think he's got a good bike here.
Definitely.
We put a little love into this bike,
Yeah.
I love the fender, now you got nice custom bars. It's a real chopper look.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
A lot of custom.
So subscribe, like, comment. You don't have a peace out on the back of this?
No, I tried. It wouldn't fit.
Peace out.